morning, London traders. Hello, hello, hello. It is 19th of September already, and we are at 2:43 Eastern. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm trying to figure out. I have my chat on the other screen. I see it, but I can't have my chat. I can't say anything in the chat for some reason on YouTube. I think it's a glitch. So I'll answer anything from here and I'll try to figure it out. So, quite interesting yesterday, PM session. I was wrong on my analysis, that's for sure. And quite interesting. Today I did my journaling and I was looking at it like, okay, what did I do wrong? Where did what did I miss? And what I always do on Thursday, which I didn't do yesterday, is I already look at the TGIF data. So that means the weekly range and what's the 20, 30, and 40%, right? Because you can get a pullback. And sometimes it happens already on Thursday. It doesn't necessarily mean we're not going back up, but sometimes it already starts doing the retracement on Thursday. And I want to show you something. What is so interesting, and let me show you. Like, so I measured the whole move. So here on the 1 hour, but the blue line here is a 20% of the weekly range from the high to the low of the weekly range. So we pull back right into this area, and you see the red dotted line is the settlement price. So you see it created the settlement price exactly at the 20% retracement level of the current weekly range. So I'm sort of like thinking now, okay, what is going to happen? Are we really done with the weekly high? Is that in? Are we going to move like deeper into this area, and then maybe, Fridays can be a lot of consolidation. So I'm sort of looking at it. I do have a very important level that I'm looking at. That's this level, 646-ish. Why? It matches two candlesticks. It overlaps exactly. It's the zero level of a daily discount wick. ICT has gone over that in his lessons, and it's also the overlap of the 30% exactly of this one and the 0.5 of another wick. So it has a lot of confluence. So I think if we go down, we're certainly going to hit this level here, and then we have to reevaluate. What is it going to do? Is it going to go deeper into the TGIF zone? What happens sometimes is, if we're going to be bearish, it's going to go all the way through it, and then the weekly candle can turn into it's now a bullish candle, but it could turn into a bearish candle. I've seen that happen sometimes on Friday. Or we're just going to bounce off this level, go further up, and extend the TGIF zone. So for me, it's like really like, okay, I really have to watch now, because obviously I was wrong yesterday. And this level now is very significant. If I look at it like, okay, it's already, it's very algorithmic, it's already bouncing around. We have this level here, which is three things coming together on exactly the same point. So I'm watching that. So if I would take a short, I'm just going to take it to this level here. Also, you see a wick here in a fair value gap. It's a wick, fair value gap. It's the half of a wick as well. A rejection block. So for me, on the 1 hour, this has my interest at the moment. The 646. So I'm getting ready for a short. I'm going to do it here because I'm just wondering if we're not going to go higher first and then go lower, but let's see. No. Okay. 6-4. This is just a demo trade still because I'm just warming up. So 646. I'm going to make it 647. MITP. Oh, what happened? Oh, I did the wrong one. Okay, see, that's what I mean. You need more coffee before you start doing your live trades. I lowered something. I lowered the wrong one. That happens when you, yeah, TP 647. Why? Because of this area here. It confluences the three things. Now we might go a little bit back and forth. That's why I put my stop loss a little bit higher, because we still have to go through the 30% and the 25% of this wick. But let's see. It might just go down all the way. I'm not in a live trade or in my live fund. Just warming up, see if my analysis is correct. And if I'm reading it, if I'm reading the market properly, and just getting into it. Because this, especially London in this time, will tell you a lot what the market is like, what it's about to do, right? Because I want to see now if we are in this wick here, are we really going to reject and going all the way up? Because we are creating a lot of liquidity here, right? But it could also be for another time. Let's see, it's just a lot of wicking. Now it could be stopped out because we could go back up first and then go into this level. Whoa, this is see. Waking up slowly. Well, I'm awake now. It's not really true waking up. It's just easing our way into the market. Let me put it that way. So yesterday, I gave back 200. I was up 650 on my live account from the AM session. I gave back 200 in PM session. You know, because I got caught in that brain loop, like, you know, when you have like a loss and either you don't walk away or you don't journal it, your brain wants to fix that, right? And it wants to get it back. And I'm okay with when I don't have any profit yet on the day, I manage it really well. I just demo trade until I really feel, okay, you know, this is my A+ setup. But when I have profit, that's where I go. I don't really mind because I have already profit and I still ended up green. But it's sort of a waste of money, right? But that's the only time I really fall for this still. But, you know, besides that, I manage it pretty well because I understand the biology and I know what's happening in my brain. But I still fall victim to it when I have a very large profit and I think, oh, you know what, this is my analysis and I think I'm right. And it might just take a little bit more time. And then you keep on stabbing at it, right? And then you're like, okay, I'm okay to get 50 back. Okay, you know what? I need just a few more ticks because then at 50 I can make back 25. But then again, it's, you know, you get to 100 and then you think, okay, now it's really happening. So yesterday it happened to me again, but I was okay. And then I just said, okay, you know what? You need to close the charts and just, you know, let it be. Because I was on stream and I thought, you know, I'm not going to journal on stream. And I cannot just walk away when I'm on stream, right? Not that I'm blaming the stream, not at all. But it's an excuse for me then to, you know, to fall for this trap. So, you know, it's very common, and it's the markets are designed to do that. And we didn't have a lot of consolidation during London the day, so it was actually highly expected that it would, you know, it would already do at some point. And even ICT on his video, those are so excellent, those videos. I really, everyone who's an ICT trader, go over them, watch them twice, because, you know, I was actually mixing up the inversion fair value gap with the reclaimed fair value gap. And now in this last video, he goes over them and he shows both of them, which made it really clear to me. With, oh my God, I started mixing those two up. Now I know what's the confusion. So yeah, I love what he's doing now. It's really now really going into it and really being clear and really sort of like, you know, yeah. Instead of creating confusion, he's now actually going more into the logic and just being very precise and in a very nice way. So definitely go over them. Yeah, I thought I wasn't really sure if it would people like that if I go over. I'm not sure if everybody trades ICT that comes on my stream. I would think so. I think it's pretty clear that I'm an ICT trader, right? But I'm also more time based. I combine the two. But yeah, So the reclaimed fair value gap versus the inversion. I overcomplicated the inversion a little bit because I thought it was a reclaim. But anyway. So what I am thinking now, if I look at this this level here, now we've got the first presented fair value gap above it, and there's also this 25% level here, right? So what is highly likely what's going to happen, that we are going into this level here, then we might go up again, because it's not 3 o'clock yet and not 3:30. So it's a paper trade, and I put them on. Why do I paper trade, and why am I okay being wrong? Because I journal them, and then I go very higher into that, like, okay, timing, stop loss, and take profit. Because for me, paper trading, demo trades is about improving my execution. So obviously I don't just put them on to be wrong. I don't mind if I'm wrong, because I know I will learn from it, because I think, okay, how can I improve it? Now I am already thinking, if we go into this level and we're going to retrace, what are we going to retrace into? Right? I'm already thinking, is my stop loss a little bit too low? But then if I put it higher, it's a 1-to-1 trade, right? Should have I entered the trade? That's the question. Or should I just wait, in this case, till this level has been hit, and then, maybe get a nice move up or so. So that's what I'm thinking. That's my thought process now. Am I too late for this trade? How could I have entered into this level? I'm looking at it, and it's pretty, it's just equal highs. If we go over the silver bullet, which is between 3 and 4, the stage hasn't been exactly been created yet for the silver bullet. So yeah. So this one I'm just thinking and just going over, having my coffee, and just because it's timing. It's like your analysis can be okay, but if your timing is off, you still have a losing trade, and it still sucks, right? You want to minimize your losing trades and maximize your profit. So I'm just thinking now, should I? Yeah, but you don't want to go under a 1-to-1 trade, right? That's ridiculous. And going into a 1-to-1 trade when you're not really sure is also not the best thing. So is this a good paper trade? No, it's not actually. It's just maybe FOMO that I think, oh my god, it's going to go down to this level here because I've seen it and I know it's going to go there. That's in psychology, I guess, right? Yeah. I'll be honest. I think it's also, oh, I'm going on stream, let me put in a trade that might work. But going over it, I'm just like, okay, but the hourly candle looks very bearish, but we're almost at the end of the hour, right? We've got 3 more minutes to go. Will it make that drop in the last few minutes? So that's my thought process, but I actually think we might reject at the 25 in those 2 lines before here. So we'll see. So the moment we start having a distribution, I'm going to lower that stop, just to make sure that if I get stopped out in profit, it's going to be a very small loss. So I am anticipating that it will move to 668-ish. So let's say this one here, and then if it spikes back up to take this liquidity, I will bring this down just to make sure I don't have a big losing trade. So I guess I'm expecting a drop because we're ending the end of the hour. But it could also pull back, right? Because hey, TGIF, the 20%, 30, 40% pullback it's fractal. It's also on hourly, minute, 15 minutes, So okay, I'm gonna start trading this. Let me go to the 1 minute now, by the way, because we need more data, right? So we haven't hit the, it's gonna go, because what could happen is when the new hourly candle starts, we might get a, it's gonna create the manipulation wick, and if we're going down, we might have a manipulation wick to the upside. So I'm just sort of like, I don't want to go above this one yet. So I'm up for, okay, I can't be losing trade anymore, so my bad decision, or is it a bad decision? It's just sort of like, I don't want to call it a bad decision, but it is, yeah. I'm just sort of managing a lesser setup, let me put it that way. Okay, so we got a new hour starting. Now we have the hourly candle here. This might be the candle for the now, because of, let's go to the 15-minute here. So we're at the 25% of the of that wick here. This wick. So we can expect a rejection there, right? Yeah. My chat disabled here. It's so weird. Don't know why my chat is disabled. Top chat. Participant. Why can't I talk in my own chat? So weird. No, I don't see anything. I think my trade is going in the right direction. So it is now 6 + 3. Come on. Are you going to do it in this macro? I don't really like this bar section at the moment. Six. I did enter on my live account now. Done. Okay, I should show my stock here. I'm already out of my live account. It's just a quick scalp. Yeah, $200. A 1 minute trade. Okay, so that's $200 on my live account. There we go. Come on, now we're almost there. But the macro is 1 more minute to go. Let's see if it hits that level. That's 0.5. Sometimes it happens a lot, right? Those last 10 points, they just wait for another macro or something. I'm okay with that. I don't really mind. So the macro is done. And I am also then, I just want to be in faster trades. I don't want to be in trades, especially when I'm just starting or, when I have a really solid setup. I don't really mind being in a longer trade, but for now, I'm totally fine being stopped out, because, you just don't want to be for those 10 points, another whole macro waiting and things like that. So that's all good. Mm-hmm. I only wonder why I don't see the chat. Why am I not having the chat open? I have to open up. Let me see if I can do it here. See if I can write something in the time. I don't understand why I don't have a chat on my OBS anymore. Okay, that works. Let me check OBS now. I don't have a chat in OBS, so I can't really say. I just want to double check if I can type in my own chat on YouTube. So weird. But anyway, I have to do it this way. I have to find another way. Okay. I have to kill the sound. Sorry about that, guys. I just opened my own YouTube on my own channel just to make sure that I can type in the chat if necessary. So anyway, so I got stopped out on my own, and that's okay because I had that level. I don't want to be in long trades, and I got stopped out in profit because I made it especially lower because I don't want to wait for this 50% level, which might take another macro or another long time to get there for the 10 points. So I already got out of my live account. I made 200 bucks on that trade. And I'm still eyeing this level, that 50% level, which is also the 30% level of the weekly candle. And it's an overlap of two different wicks. So it is a point of interest for me. But then, that always happens, especially in London. You make small moves, you have retracement, and then you go back down. But it could take a little bit longer. And I'm just really done being in longer trades. So I really try, unless I have a solid, really like a pullback in a very higher time frame point of interest, and it's a full reversal, for example, and you're okay, just to ride it back up or down, but not for these moves when you're just, futzing around between two levels. So I'm still interested in this point, and then to see what's going to happen. Let me just put this as a TP. What can we put as a TP? Um, Let me just put a magnet. Oh no, I'm going to put an I, an I. Oh I have I on my I from Iris. I from Iris. Hey, I never. That's actually funny. If you pronounce the I as a word is also the I from Iris. That's actually nice, isn't it? That makes my logo even more suitable for me. Okay, so this is my point of interest here, right? Okay. See, when are we going to? Maybe we're going to get there at 3:30. I think this is my color as well. I do have brown, so let's make another shot. Okay. No. This is not the max. So because of these levels, and ICT went over them, you can, you can expect retracements before it hits those. You have a 25, 33%, and obviously this one is a 25%, right? Exactly here. So it went down into the 25% and made a retracement. That's this retracement, but it's not yet done. Now be careful. People are going to say it's going to go all the way down. I don't agree with that because we really have to see how it's going to react at this 50% level. So I don't think it's going to go melt down all the way. I think people are going to really blow their accounts because that's how what the market is doing, right? This is I'm actually looking for a long from here. And then we'll just reassess if it really goes back. But it could go lower at some point, but I think we're going to get a nice retracement to the upside on this level here because it's exactly the 50% and very significant level. Let's see. This is my interest, and I'm going to watch here because I don't. This is definitely going to be a rejection here. Let's get in. What time is it now? 17. I'm not getting into any trades. I'm going to wait until it hits this, and then I'm going to reassess because then I'm either. I think a lot of people are going to be wrong. I think it's going to. The market is sort of like instigating people to go short, um, and I think it's a trap. But we'll see. But definitely, if you're short, be careful to take it to just be because why? It's 50% of this wick, which becomes a rejection block. People who watch ICT would know. It's also overlapping with two other levels, so it's not gonna melt down, people. Be careful. not going to. Just waiting. Keep your eye on this level. I'm telling you, 648, 647. People, it's trap. It's a bear trap. This is a typical bear trap. Like people thinking it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down. And yeah, we just have to wait. Um, I was in a short. I got out because of it hit the 25% level, and I just wanted to see it did retrace up, and I'm waiting for this level to be hit, the 50% level of that daily wick. And I really think also the hourly. This is a clear rejection block, and we're not done yet in this week in this wick rejecting. Yes, we are maybe going down, but not before it hits specific levels in this rejection block, and then this becomes liquidity. This bottom, but not yet, not yet. Um, so people are, you'll hear a lot of people now, short, short, I'm going short, I'm going short. And that's a typical bear trap. Do not fall for it. I fell for it many, many times. So I know now. I know this boy. It's a naughty boy. Thank you. Hmm. Naughty. Very naughty. See what it's doing now, right? And then what it could do, it just goes a little bit higher, and then it makes one other leg down into this level, and then again goes back up. So now I already know what a lot of people are thinking. Oh, now it's getting ready to really, really go down, and it's just making one more leg up to go down. Just watching. Oh, here we go. Let me look at the 4 hour. I haven't looked at the 4 hour quite a bit. So the 4 hour, we just started the 4 hour candle. Start at 2 o'clock. The 4 hour candle goes from 2 to 6, right? This could become a bullish candle if we hit, for example, this 50% level, and then it already could turn bullish now. We might not even hit that level because we already hit the 25% level, right? So we're gonna wait until 3:30 to see what happens. But yeah, this candle could turn into a green candle because technically we hit that rejection block, and sometimes it doesn't need to go to the 50% level. Because if we're going to leave the TGIF zone, which is this zone, you know, we could go for higher highs, for example, even though we have a rejection. Because if you consider this a rejection block, we already hit it. It could be done because now technically we're between two rejection blocks on both sides. Now, which one is going to win? A little bit of music, a little bit if that's okay. Just 3:26. So I want to see what happens at 3:30 because that gives us more information. I would prefer it just to go because then it also taps into this wick here. You know, it's such a, for me, this is such a point of interest. This level 646, 647 that I really wanted to see hit, and then you know, reassess from there. Oh, and my mic is all the way there. Oh my god. My start must have been really bad because my mic. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me just double check if I have everything. Oh, you're really. No, here I am. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, jeez. Gosh. See, that's what happens when you don't have enough coffee before you start the day. Now, am I interested in a short? If there is a now, yeah, because I have this. If it's really, yeah, 327. Go to the one. I want to go to the 15. Sure. Rebalance. Let's see. Let's see. You see how it's behaving, right? I already know that a lot of people are saying short, go short. It's short. It's gonna melt down. It's not. I think a lot of people got had a losing trade at this area. So if you're watching, thank you. I appreciate you hanging out with me. And if you haven't watched ICT's videos, the answer for today, why it went up, it's right in this wick. Now I'm going to show you. And he went over it extensively in his video. Is this wick? You grade it, and we saw the 25%, 33, 0.5. So this is my level. It overlaps two wicks plus. It's a 30% level of the TGIF zone. The range, the weekly range we're in right now. If we don't go to a higher level, this is the weekly range. You put it on your chart already at Thursday. If you extend the range, you just, you move it higher. But if not, it's already giving you a lot of information. So let's go back to the 1 hour here. So we rejected of the 25%. That's where we went up. You can see it from the 50 very clearly. Here you see this one here. Boom. 25%. That's this line, the black line. Now, I think we're going to the 50%. That's this line here, the black line. So it always happens, right, when you have it's a big wig. Yeah, hey, Ellen, how are you doing? Long time no see. Have you seen ICT's video? But listen, I do want to, hold on, before you're long. Hold on, hold your horses. I just want to point out something to you. I'm waiting. Why? Let me go to the 1 hour. This is already the weekly range. I already graded it. This 0.5 is a 0.5 of the premium wick and a discount wick of ICTs. The daily wick, hold on, I want to show you now. That's why I'm waiting for that level to be hit before I go long. I think this is just a retracement. You see this wick here? The daily, I graded it in blue, is this line here. Oh, I'm sorry. No. The daily wick is the top of the daily wick. I'm sorry. It's the top of the daily wick, but hold on. And it's exactly the 30% of the TGIF level. So I think we're going down to that wick. And then I go to the hourly. It's the 50% of that wick as well. It's here, this level, and it's the half of this wick. And I'm looking at these mitigation block. I'm looking at this as well. These points, these wicks. So I'm a little bit vigilant. I'm a little bit careful for going long now. I just want to, for me, this is just a point of interest for some reason. So I just think this is a small retracement, and we're going to go lower, and then I'm eager to go long. But hey, it could be enough, right? 25%. We did hit. Oh, we didn't. We did hit. Did we hit this week? Yeah, we did hit this week. But yeah, I'm just waiting for yeah, because it's a 50% and it's an overlap, and I'm sort of like, okay, but this is like we could see this as a mini market maker buy model, right? Which is now almost completed. We went into the first presented fair value gap of yesterday. So that's why I'm just not sure to go long yet, but I'm waiting. If it hits this level, then I'm more interested, because we also have this wick, right? We can see this on the higher time frame as a Breaker. Low, high, lower low on the 1 hour. Did we have a retest of it? Yeah, just a wick, but not really normal price action, right? Yeah. So what happens when you have a large wick, it tends to use different, what I've seen in my journaling, but hey, 25% could be enough for it to go back up, definitely. But sometimes what you see, it works itself in that wick, and those are all those, when we have difficult price action, it sort of like goes into a level, then goes up, then goes down. So now it's 25% of that level, then it's the 50%, and then it it melts down. It just doesn't melt down at once. We have retracements, and I think we have a couple. This is the first retracement of that 1 hour wick. So here 25%, right here, boom, or actually 33%, boom. Now it's going to go lower, and then again it goes back up. Because a lot of people are being, oh, it's short, it's melting down, it's melting down. I'm sure a lot of people are losing money now because they already thought here it was going to go break down, right? I think it's a short now. It's a paper trade. I'm gonna I have to stick to what I say, right? I cannot say things and just. What time is it? 3:36. I don't like the time though. We do have a 3-minute breaker. Do we have a 5-minute breaker? No, we don't have a 5-minute breaker. Okay, I think I'm okay with going down. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna go in I'm just gonna do a micro on my live account with this trade. See, the time was off. Is it good? Yeah, okay. I made a playlist on from Epidemic, and I'm trying to change it a bit, but yeah, sometimes you need a little bit of beat, and sometimes you're just trading and you're hanging out, and you just you get a little bit bored. I'm also thinking this 4-hour candle could turn bullish. Getting out of my micro here. Okay, I'm out of my micro. Maybe it's going to go all the way up here before it goes down. See, on the 5 minute, I don't see a breaker here. But we went into a very important level here. I'm just trying to think if it's enough for the move up. You might have been right on the long, to be honest. For the London session, just thinking, look, we went into the 5 minute first presented fair value. On the 5 minute, it's a 4 o'clock level. We already went into this one here. Let me just take this dealing range right here. Order block. Alan, were we the one? Yeah, the 5 minute. Well, yeah, it does have. Yeah, but we've been fooled about that many times, right? This could be a bearish order block. Hey, were we the ones that talked about the inversion fair value gap? And was that with you, Ellen? Did you ask that question? So okay, so now I mixed up the inversion with the reclaimed reclaimed fair value gap, and everything that was cleared up by ICT's last video. But okay, so the silver bullet in London is usually set by the move that, like the 1:30 move in the AM session. This will be the move for the London session, right? Now, I'm having two scenarios. I might be stopped out on this one. That's fine. We are above London's first presented fair value gap. Yeah, let me get out of this one here. Stopped out. I'm still bearish. It might go up a little bit higher, but I'm still bearish. Look at this wick here. I'm bearish still. Yeah, I'm very bearish. Now I'm going to re-enter. I think it's, are we safe to say? Yeah. $345, let's see. I'm bearish until this. Yeah, okay, this has done its work. Now I can take this one away. Done. Okay, yeah. So now again, this is my level, and then it's time to reassess. So the retracement was a little bit more than I expected, to be honest. If it's going to go down, but let's see if I'm right. I could be wrong again, but only a paper trade. The gap here. We haven't hit any of these ones. We did hit this. We didn't even hit this little wick here. So this one and this one is my interest. Time. 49. Let's see. We're gonna have a meltdown. Now, I really think it's gonna trick people. I think now it really is gonna short. It's gonna go short, but it's not. It's just gonna stop again at another level, right? Okay, first candle of the macro is an up close candle. I like that. If I'm bearish, I want to see that. I want to see the first candle going up. But not obviously all the way. Not like continuing. Okay, now you can start going down if you want to. We're almost there, 51-ish. This is what I like to see. Yeah. Okay, entered on my live account as well, just a micro. This is the trade exactly from here where we saw this candle up to here. Oh, in Q, you're killing me today. Killing me softly with this candle. Ouch. Let's see. I want to see if it wicks into this one and then goes down. I'm still bearish for this move. Now I wouldn't be surprised. I did say that I wouldn't be surprised if this 4-hour candle becomes a bullish one. But I would prefer it like this one here. But I wouldn't see it go into this wick here before it goes that way. Come on, go down. So also in macro, you can sometimes divide it into, like, the first part can be the bullish area until 4, and then at around 3 minutes after 4, it could turn. Because I'm still bearish, I'm just not bullish. I'm looking at the 4-hour and the 1-hour candle yet, and having specific levels I'm looking at. But then again, it could be enough going into the 25-30% of the wick to go back up, right? Because everybody's thinking, oh my god, we're going short, we're going short. I'm just in a paper trade only. The 1-hour candle. Now I was looking at this level here. I just wanted to go to this level. Look, we have this wick as well, right? I measured this wick. We could go up to the 50% of this wick. We should measure it again. It's right over here at the 10 o'clock price. So I'm hoping it's going to reject from this area here, from this wick, from this first presented fair value gap. If not, let's see how it reacts at the 50% level. So that's 697. Let's see if my stop loss is a solid one or not, because I put it exactly above this wick and anticipating that if it goes up, it does this first presented fair value gap will stop it. Because what you see happen a lot is that it goes into the midpoint and then it goes again into, but lower than this one. So because I see a gap here, and I thought, okay, we have a gap fill here, and now I'm just hope. I don't do hope, but obviously I hope. But it has to reject from here if my short is a valid one. If not, it's just going high, and then it is going to this 696 level. We'll see. That's good. So on the higher time frame, we rejected from the 33% level of that discount wick, and now premium wick, I should say, and this is a discount wick. So I'm actually thinking, okay, if we do that, are we going to reject also from the similar, like here we're now at the 25% level? Are we doing the same on the lower time frame, or are we going to go higher on the lower time frame? Looks higher, right? Gonna go into this wick, yeah. You know, it's a market maker, full market maker sell, market maker buy model, right? So are we going to go into this level here? Yeah. Let me see how it's reacting into this one. If it just gives a little tap and goes down, I'm staying in. If it goes into this, the first presented fair value gap, and it's going to make its way, then I'm going to kill the trade anyway. But if it's, I don't mind a little tap here again, but not going into it, because what you see sometimes happening is it goes into it with a wick, The other wick is lower. That can indicate on bearish price action. So you see a wick, then another wick lower, and then it could tap into it. But it has to be lower than this wick. If it goes higher, I'm going to kill the trade. Four o'clock. Oh, now we get some volatility coming in. Yeah, I have to kill the trade now. Let me see how the candle's reacting. Yeah, kill. Hey. $696. It's going to the, this is my model, 410. You get in the manipulation move of the 4 o'clock or 10 o'clock and you just ride it up to the 10. My model is going to work. Yeah, this is just a market order, and normally I would get in the manipulation wick, TP 10, stop loss. You don't want to go here. I missed the trade, so I'm not in, but this is a model on its own, and it's also the 50%. Look, this 50% of this wick. Now, what it can do sometimes, it could go back into the range and go to the 4, but you know, it's using. We have the 4 o'clock volatility is picked in. It's gonna. I think this is just the manipulation wick of the 4 o'clock that is forming. It's gonna go to the 50%. Oh my god. See, this is why I don't trade when I don't feel like this on my live account. But look at these 10-4. Just mark these areas and see how it's going to react. If we're going to go lower now, keep these and they work together. Now, going into my 10-4, my 410 model, if it doesn't reach this 10, it's okay. Then you don't want this 4 o'clock. Let's say we go down, for example, right? Let's see now if my trade, you see, this is so, it's so annoying. I mean, you know, it still gets you. Okay, this is my, where's my TP? Right here. This is the level I was looking at. But if it goes back up again, sometimes you reassess. But it is the 50% of that level. So let's see if it now goes to the 4 o'clock, then it might run to that one. If it does not, if it's going to run away to the 4 o'clock from the 4, you mark the 4 o'clock for later today. You don't want the 4 o'clock to be tapped into in pre-market anymore. It could do it between 6, before 6 again, that's okay. But if there's a new 10 o'clock forming later in this morning and your 4 a.m. has not been touched for in pre-market, there's a high chance that you will have a 10-4 model. That means the 10 prints, then you get a manipulation wick on the 10 o'clock. It might, if we have a lot of manipulation going on, it might go back and forth a few times, so you might have a few stop loss like you see here. but it will run to the 4 a.m. then at some point. That's my model. I live off that model. That's how I live, because that's my model. I almost play 3-4 times a week. Not every week, but most of the time, 3-4 times, I make money on that. It's mechanical. I just get in, I get out of the 4. Sometimes it runs further down, but I don't care. I just get out because it's purely mechanical. But there's also 410. And I'm just, let's see if that plays out now. And the 410, you can see it's exactly at the 50% of this wick. And we might get the reversal there. Let's see. If not, we're going to be bullish. For printed. So that's why you'll always see these times on my chart. It's exactly 50% of this wick. If we're going over this wick, then it will change my whole bearish. I'm not bearish at all, because then this is enough to go into this wick to turn fully bullish. Okay, now let's see. Now, if we want the 410, you don't want it to go back into the 4 o'clock here, right? Now again, it could do it, but now we have a BPR. You see this? BPR. We don't want to go back into the BPR. Also, you have a flat top candle here. Always a magnet for liquidity. Let's see if we had, I've got to look at if we had ES, do we have ES confluence? Let me have a look quickly. Oh, I forgot to do my important thing here. Oh, that's not good. Oh, my little munchkin, what are you doing? Okay, let me have a look quickly. ES, confluence. Did we have any on the 15? We went into this one here. Oh, yeah, I see I missed something really important. Yeah. I think we're bullish from now on, to be honest. Daily midpoint. See, I missed that. I wasn't looking. There is no, we have no ES confirmation. Okay. We're bullish now. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, now we make it 10 o'clock. Yes, now let's see if we're really good. We're gonna go blast through this one. Yeah. Okay, now we're gonna go all the way up. Yeah. We've got the settlement price here at 705. We might have a little bit of a retracement here. Okay, so we went over the 50%. Let's see if it stays over. Let me go to the 15 because the 15 minutes is almost done. Just want to see how it reacts at this level. 3066. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go all the way to the. Okay, I see it now. What it's doing. I see what you're doing. IQ, not IQ, NQ. IQ, 75% is still a level. Okay, 705. Here we go. It's going to settlement price right over here, which is also 75% of. Or are you going to stop at 66%? You see how it's not getting out of that TGIF zone, right? It's going right to that. I just want to see it go out of it. I'm just curious if it can manage to go to the 75% of that wick. Or 20, it's actually 25% because it's the beginning of that. Oh, there we go. That's what I want to see. Okay, good. Yeah. Just have a small scalp here there to this. I'm just aiming for just above this liquidity, and then I think it's going to go hit the 25% of it. Yeah, there we go. So now is the question, what are we doing, right? Are we going further up or are we going down? Because I'm still sort of... Are we going to midnight now? Okay, we can get rid of this wick here. This is done. Let's see, we have some other higher time frame in points of interest that we can use. Okay, so this wick is already in 25%. If we go higher, it's going to go totally... Then we might have a bullish, the 4-hour candle might turn bullish. I'm just not sure yet, to be honest. I'm still bearish. But I just cannot believe that we are... It tricked everyone here, right? Everybody was thinking it was going to melt down. And I just thought we are going to have a minor retracement and then we go down as well. But so... So interesting. I'm just... if this is enough for the move to make it to that level that I'm very interested in. I still have this level on my chart. I just cannot let go of that level. Beautiful move to the upside. Now we reached the 25% of this one exactly. So the question is now, are we going to go up? We're going to higher. Because if we go higher, then I'm just like, okay, then we haven't had enough liquidity to grab, and then we don't need to go to the 50% of this level. We had enough of 25, 33%. And then we might make it, this 4-hour candle is going to become bullish. See the 4-hour now, we're getting a doji, so that means we're turning from bearish to bullish. Let's see what happens. We're 2 hours in the 4-hour candle, right? Are we really going higher? Are you kidding me? It's so interesting. I love it. Oh, and okay, you're going back to midnight, eh? Or is it, are you? It's 4:20 now. You see now the 4 hour, I'm looking at the 4 hour candle, and if we're going to turn bullish, we're going higher, then we're going into, I have to reevaluate this wick again. Let's start using this wick because we might go bullish, yay! Now, what are we going to do, right? So this was already the $25%, 33% was enough. It didn't need to go to the 50% to go back up. So I'm going to journal that. Are we just going to drop dead now? Drop now? Are we going to get the drop? Let me see. So that 25%, the level that we hit, there was also a daily, the midpoint of the daily. So that was a very significant level. Shouldn't have missed that, to be honest. Could have known. Now we've got midnight pretty much ahead above us, not too far away. So midnight is around 7:12ish. So would it leave it? I don't think so. I mean, it would be really weird if we leave midnight now, right? And we've got the daily open at 7:17ish. I just want to see if it goes to midnight. We're in 424, so that means we could still have a run. Hey, this 4-hour candle is turning a bullish one almost, right? Just really have to watch this area now to see. I actually thought of that scenario, but I thought it a little bit unlikely, to be honest. But now I'm looking and I'm seeing this point that we hit was a daily midpoint. So it was a very significant level, but it wasn't the 50%. So you have to always be careful when you get, married to a level. I think still it might get there, but, it just made a full market maker sell and buy model, even on the 5-minute, and even there was no, let me show you here. On this 5-minute one, there wasn't even a breaker in this area. Breakers here. So are we going to take all this liquidity now and go back further up? So that means a 4-hour, are we getting full bullish now? That might be really interesting because that creates a new setup for the TGIF, because then we most likely are going to go grab some more. We're going to go for the highs. I mean, why would... So we're retesting the breaker now. I think it's we need to really start getting into more aggressive on longs. But I just want to get back to the 4 hour here. I want to show you. I want to look at the chart. It's very it's not an easy chart to read though, in all honesty, because of all those wicks, right? Yeah. Oh. Okay. So we moved into this 4 hour wick here, or it's actually also a daily wick. No, this was a daily wick. The daily wick was below us, and this was a 4 hour. Okay, gotcha. So to get things clear again, if you use so many wicks, you have to make sure that you understand what you're doing, and it can be confusing sometimes, so you have to be careful. So yeah, so that my confluence was 30% of the weekly range together with 1 hour wick and the 4 hour. Okay, so we didn't make it to this level. It's gonna be, it looks like we're gonna turn the bearish candle, the 4 hours turning bullish now, so that means we're going higher. So we have to look into these wicks now, what it's going to obviously midnight is going to be a point, it's going to be is now next, and then daily open is at 7. So this is at 7:12ish, and the daily open is at 7:17. We already disrespected a lot of bearish candles now, so yeah, 7:33 is my point of interest now. Let me just double check. 7:33ish. Yeah, I'm getting into longs. I'm starting to get into. We're going to reject obviously at midnight and daily open, but it looks like we are, the range has potential to extend to 7:30ish, maybe a little bit above it, because we have on the 15 we have a gap at 7:39ish. Yeah, I'm getting into a long. It's going to be a longer trade. We're not going to be bearish for a while, I guess. Let me get back to my other screen. Yeah, see the 4 hour now is turning bullish. We're turning green. Midnight, daily open here. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Let's wait for a retracement from the midnight, and then I'm going to keeping my eye on the 4 hour here, because it's been turning now. We've rejected all these levels on the discount wicks. So we only needed to go into the 25%, not the 50% to go higher. So that was my mistake. I had a miscalculation there, which was was unnecessary, because on another tab that I have, it was a daily midpoint. It was a 50% of the daily. It was the equilibrium. So I missed that. This point was daily equilibrium of a daily candle. So I was really married to this point here. You can see reassess bear trap. because I knew already everybody was thinking short, short, short. I was long, but I thought it needed to go to this level, but it did not. This was enough. So anyway, my lesson learned. But yeah, so we're turning into a bullish candle now. So let's see. We hit the first position, also a NWOG. Let's see what it does. We go to the 1 hour. Now liquidity, we have liquidity over here, a gap here, and this. So change in state of delivery. Now let's start using projections. $7.33. I said, yeah, I'm going to lower it to now I'm going to lower it a little bit because to 717 for now. I think we might get a rejection there, and then I'll reassess. Get in. Why is the daily open? And it's the midpoint of the of my very important. Don't stop me out now. What are you? I want to see what the blue line is. We're above midnight, so that means it will grab another point of liquidity. So that's why I have the daily open here, and we're still running, but it could wait to grab it until 450, so it could go down again. That's always like a little bit of a risk when you trade those last little pieces. I am minus 3 ticks because I didn't want to go into throw my stop loss into this gap, because I think could go into this gap and then go back up. Oh, what happened? I think I just took myself out because I didn't think my trade went into it. Need more coffee. Oh, see, I got a glitch. No, I didn't. I didn't touch anything. I had a glitch on my internet. Okay, there we go. I'm back. So why didn't I go into my stop is right below this little gap, because I think maybe it goes into the gap and then goes up, but I might still be stopped out for 3 ticks if it doesn't take it out until 440. We could get into a little bit of consolidation. Yeah. So he's gonna go into this little gap there, I guess. Yeah, it's already at the end. We have to wait for the next macro, I guess. But then, if we get a larger pullback, it's okay if it stops me out for 3 ticks, then I'll just wait for a larger pullback and then I'll enter. Because, he's still going. Come on, do it now. Everyone, I always hate killing my trades because it sort of like messes with. I just don't want to get like. I'm really teaching myself. If I enter a trade, I put a stop loss in and I take profit. Either it just stops me out, or I just don't want to move around anymore too much. You're only just trailing your stop loss, right? Because it teaches you, if you get into the wrong trade and you make a mistake, you have to just sit through the pain and just take your loss, take it on the chin, and then you have to learn from it, right? So, but I'm okay with my logic, even though I know I'm going to be stopped out now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I want to show you some. There we go. We're getting a bigger pullback. That's okay. We like that. We like to see a bigger pullback. Just want to have a look at the 15 because I want to see what that blue line was. I was looking at this blue line on the 1 minute. What was that? Okay, so that was yesterday's opening price. Okay, gotcha. The 2.5. Okay. So if you look at the 5-minute right now, right, you see it does reject at midnight, but it just wicks through it and then it goes back down, right? So if you're on the 1 minute, it can be a little bit confusing. On the 1 minute, I had the daily open above it. So because we went above the midnight, I thought we would hit the daily open, which you can't see on the 5 minute because there is not a first crescent fair value gap on the daily on the 5 minute. So there's always something you have to look at, right? Even though it doesn't really have to hit midnight and reject from there, it could go wick through it, and it just, the bodies come back. But just because if you're on the 1 minute, you see a body go over it, but it's just a wick at the end. So you see here on the 1 minute, it's just you see bodies above it, but on the 5, it's just a wick. So sometimes it's better when you have price action like this, when it's just not, it's very high resistance. It's not easy. I mean, it's tradable, yeah, but look, it's not really like high resistance or low resistance a run. So then you get this type of price action on the 1 minute, which can fool you, right? Like, oh my god, look, our body's going up, so we're going to the next level. No, you're not. It's not done. So I'm looking at the 4-hour again, like, what's it doing? For me, this is now getting very important. Like, is this a bull trap? Because I was thinking this is a bear trap, and then I thought, okay, well, then this level was the bear trap, but is this now not the bull trap? So I don't want to be like, get slapped at 2 times the... No, we're still going higher. There we go. You see, it was just too early. Okay, now let's see. Let's see. So the daily open is at 717. Put 410. So we hit the midnight right now. So we were below midnight. So ICT always says when you have midnight, you want to enter a long below midnight, right? So the move down was actually the perfect short, the long entry, and it went back up. We always get apparently we always get another opportunity. Like if we would go over the midnight right now, ICT said there will be another opportunity in pre-market. So that means if we go up now, we go for a run, there will be a retracement. If we're going to be bullish for today, right? We're going to get another retracement below midnight to re-enter for the long. So, so we're hovering now just below the midnight again, and I'm just not really, I'm not really sure about to enter right now because I still have this level here, and I just can't let go of that level. And why? That's because it's 50% of that daily of that. It's this level here. 6:45. But hey, if it's bullish, it's bullish. We cannot fight the trend. We are not fighting the trend. I'm just looking at this structure here. That's the only thing that really confuses me a little bit for a bullish move. That's the only thing I'm like, okay, if it's gonna be bullish, we need to go through all these candles here to go to the upside. Now it's possible, obviously, but it doesn't look. The structure just doesn't look bullish to me. That's why I'm a little bit conflicted at the moment, in all honesty. But look. The 4-hour candle went all the way from a bearish candle to a doji, so it could turn bullish. But this doesn't look like a logical structure to me for a, like 1, 2, 3 candles to the downside, then we go down, we turn bullish. That's just the only reason why I'm a little bit conflicted at the moment. So we hit an end walk, we hit midnight. Now let's go to the 1 hour. This one. Now for a change in state of delivery, we need to have a candle close above this one, right? So we want a candle close for change in state of delivery of the 1 hour right over here. That will make me bullish. So on the 1 hour, I want this level to be closed. So that means in 12 minutes. So I'm going to wait. I'm really going to wait because I'm not going to turn bullish until we have a change in state of delivery on the 1 hour. Or let's see if I can lower it to the 30-minute. Yeah, well, we have a gap here, so that's confusing. Not a clear area for me. Let's go to the 15-minute. On the 15-minute, this will be a, you could say we have a change in state of delivery, right? Even here. But on the 1 hour, the whole structure just confuses me. I just really need this one. I really want to wait for the hourly close to turn full portal bullish. So right now I'm just not yet bullish, and I'm still looking in this zone. This blue area is my weekly calculation of the TGIF zone, and if we go into that zone already on a Thursday, I'm always more cautious on a Friday. Because there's a lot of consolidation, right, on Friday. And sometimes when it already hits it weekly levels, it just, you know, we might just fudge around in this whole blue area for the whole day. It might make its way a little bit up or down. Or if we go full bearish, it could just orderly go the other way. But in bullish terms, I'm very cautious. I get very cautious. Through journaling and just looking at those levels when it already hit, when we retrace already in the 20% on a Thursday. Yeah. Ten more minutes to go. Let's see what happens with this hourly candle if it closes above this level. Let's see, guys. I'm not convinced in a full bullish, but yeah, I would love to see it though. I would love to see a good TGIF. Oh, look at that, 551. Now let's see what happens. Ooh, That's a strong start of the macro, right? Let's see. That's a pretty strong first candle. The 51. Almost 52, come on. If we're turning bearish, I'm gonna go short, and then this is my level for. Sometimes you're just too early with your levels, or you're completely wrong, either two. But I actually hope it's going to turn bullish, because that would be nice for a TGIF. Because if it's going to turn bullish, if we get this close, then we could really, prepare ourselves for a nice TGIF, because it's going to blow through everything then, I guess, which would be nice. But we have a BPR here as well. Now let's see. I hope on a bullish. Come on, go bullish. Seven more minutes to go for the end of this week. So I want a 1 hour change in the state of delivery. Right over here. I want it to close. I want to close over this level. So that means the green candle needs to close above 706.25. Am I correct? Open, yeah, 706.25. I want a daily candle close. This green candle. Hourly, not daily. I said daily. Up. Need more coffee. Now let's wait. 5 more minutes. So the fact that it's not just going out of it and it's staying into this first percent fair value gap is already sort of like making me even more cautious. I do want to, in all honesty, I want a good TGIF, so I want it to go bullish. In all honesty, because we haven't had a good TGIF for weeks. So I am hoping for that, but. Are we turning bullish, or are we not turning bullish yet? That's the question. We want a close above this level. I want to close. So you're going to go into this level. If it's really going to go down, I'm going to go short. But are you not going to give us a TGIF again today? Four and a half more minutes to go. It's a waiting game, right? So have we fulfilled the, you know, like if you look at this, it's a market maker buy and sell model, right? Are we done? Like it's a full sell buy model, or are we going to continue the whole move? We're going to finalize the whole and go higher, or are we done yet for now? Now to watch, because we're almost 5 or 6. I want to close 706.25. So we're above it now, right? We're above the close. Now, yeah, we're above it now. We still got 2 more minutes to go. Above it. We are above it, above it, above it. But always be careful because it could still it could just slam back down, right? So we're below midnight. I'm waiting for a 1 hour close for a change in state of delivery. Now we turned from bearish to bullish. Because the lower time frames are not giving me a lot of information, it's just too confusing for me, so then I guess I just go a little bit higher. So in this case I'm using the 1 hour just for full confidence. Because also the 4 hour, it's just too, you know, if I look at I'm just not convinced about a bullish move for further up at this moment. So you see how it goes down again, right? We're 45 seconds almost. And again. Here's the level. 706.25. That's the level. I want to close above that level for it to become bullish. If not, I might look into a short again, but we'll see. It's a little bit, I mean, this price action, if you look at the run, it was a good run though, but it's not low resistance. Oh, it's 5. Here we go. Okay, you see it didn't close. Now let's see. Am I going to go into a short right now? Am I just going to... So I'm looking at the, if I look at the 4 hour candle, right? So we had a bearish candle, turned almost bullish here, and we're still below the open of this 4 hour candle. So that's also significant to me. I'm looking at that as well. Like, where is the open of the previous candle? We haven't gone over, we haven't gone into this. So it looks a bit, I'm just thinking, like, if it's a 4 hour candle, we've got 2 more hours to go. Would we just go over this whole area? It doesn't make sense, right? So that's why I'm confused, and I didn't take this entry anyway, so that's why I wasn't interested. You know, if I take a short here with a very tight stop loss, because let me just put it here. If I'm anticipating, I don't want it to go over the open here, and then my TP will be all the way here then again, because I already had this level in my mind. Haha, it's going green again. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm stopped out again. Okay, we'll see, because it goes go over the open here. Okay. Let me go back to the 1 hour. Oh, look at that. Wow. Yeah, it's bullish, I guess, right? Okay, now this candle didn't do it, but now this candle did. Now let's see what it does. If this is a manipulation move, if it's still going down. Yeah. You're a nasty, nasty boy today, NQ. You're a nasty, nasty boy. Naughty, naughty boy. Hey, listen, I'm paper trading. I'm not touching. I made 200 bucks on my live account. I think it was it this? Yeah, in this move down, because I was anticipating this area, but I have to look at the trade again. And then I had a few little and then I turned to micros, and those were losses. And then I'm just sticking. I'm like, okay, I'm not reading you correctly now, and Q. So I am just not touching my live account anymore. I just want to see this when I measure the body. Such a pain in the butt today. Let me see, where did we end that week? Oh, the wick went all the way through the body. Okay, I see now. Okay, wow, look at that. Gosh. You see the wick just went through the whole body here, but the body did not. So that's also like a little bit, that makes it a little bit more difficult when you look at the higher time frame and the body goes, you know, it could always go back and then it makes a wick, but you don't really see it. But it still looks bullish, yeah. Weird structure. Interesting though. I mean, I don't mind. For me, I just love looking at charts, and especially when there's no situations and I'm off, I just journal it and I just, you know, you learn from it. But yeah, we've got liquidity here. We've got I said 717, and I will add 733-ish on my, if we go up 733-ish as a level, but just look at this, and you have to go through all those wicks. But hey, we're turning bullish. But the bodies are still below the 50%. Who is bearish or bullish? Is anyone in a trade? I'm curious. Is anybody reading it like, okay, I read it perfectly, I'm seeing this, that, and this is my I'm certain of a bullish move because of this or that. So this week, this was enough. So we didn't even go to 50% of this wick, and we made our move up. we've got 1 more hour to go on the 4-hour candle. So see, it's just creating equal. I mean, obviously, look what it's doing, right? This tells me we're going back to this level. We are going to take this out at some point, but are we just creating this to go down first? But look how equal. It's just, and what I'm thinking, when it makes these equals, it's not going to take, you know, mostly, let me say mostly, when it creates those equals, it's going to take its time to take it. It's just creating it for a later stage to take it out, right? So I think I'm going to maybe have some. I didn't eat a lot, so I think I'm going to get some. Well, it's now, what time is it here? I live in Eastern, but I'm not in Eastern time, obviously, so I always have to double check. 11 in the morning, so I think I'm going to get some brunch, I guess, and then come back, and then you know, I'm actually hoping that this bullish price action continues, and then we get a we are going to take out all the highs. But if I'm looking at the wicks, what I'm thinking, if we do get bullish, right, we're going to get a lot of rejections at all these wicks areas. So, but then it hopefully we're going to take out this high, and then we can get a good TGIF. But even if it takes out just this high, right, Thursdays, or this already would be considered a very nice TGIF if it just takes out this high, for example, goes into the 50% level here, and then goes back into the range. Will be interesting because we're now getting outside of the TGIF zone. That's what I like to see, because I calculate the current weekly range. So I like to see that. So let it go up, and then see how far it goes, and reassess in the morning, in the AM session. And we've got a new 4 AM here. Mark this level, because if we go down in AM session, but then again it's yeah, well, just keep it. Always keep the 4 and 10 o'clock on your levels. I mean, I cannot just state that too many times. So people who are with me a little bit more often know how I use them. But just keep them on your chart. And even though you don't know how I use them, if you keep them on your chart and you watch them every day and see, like, okay, what happened around those times and how they work together, you'll start seeing it, and you'll start seeing logic. And for me, it was also quite clear at some point when we went to an old 4 o'clock, we went straight into the 10 o'clock. The old 4 o'clock now has been replaced by the new one here. But there was a trade that exactly went to the 10 o'clock. It was a little bit earlier. It's 4:10 and 10:4. Both models work. And the 10:4 only works in the AM session. So, yeah, I'm going to get some... I think it's, you know, we're going to get a lot of consolidation now, and it's going to futz around a little bit, and then I might get on sooner, I think, than lunchtime, because I really want to, I just want to analyze. And if I'm behind the charts, I just want to analyze, and just people can come and hang out, just, you know, just hang out and have fun. So for me, it's like if I'm behind the chart, I might as well open the stream, right? I mean, just do it live. Who cares? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I really have no shame in that, because you know, I learn from my trades. I journal it, and we only learn from we learn the most from our losses. And yeah, and we're lifetime students. If you're in the markets, you're never done learning, and that's the attitude you need to have. Um, even though I have solid models and they really work, and I trade my 10-4. I live off that model. That's basically because I am. It's a high probability. Even on FOMC, it worked. But the only difference with FOMC was it didn't reach the level like normally before 11 o'clock. It turned out it was until 12:25, and then it hit the level. But I still took it, but I knew I had to stay in for a longer period of time, and it still worked. So that's how I made my money, even on FOMC, pre-FOMC. But then again, besides those level models, you're still looking for new models. I'm still trying to build new models. And then, yeah, trial and error, and then you monitor it, and you journal it, and you learn. But these wicks, if you have a lot of these wicks on the higher, I find this very complicated, to be honest. I get like, but this level here, if you look, it was a daily midpoint, so that was actually, should have known. I saw it later on, and I was eyeing this model here. This was this 50% level of this. It was 50%, and it was an overlap of a few other. So I do think we're going to go back to this level at some point. Well, we'll see, right? Anyway, I'm gonna get some food because my belly is making a little bit of noise as well. I don't know if you can hear that. It is noise cancelling, but it's a little bit loud. So I'm gonna stop the stream here, and I'll be back later, and I hope to see you back again. And yeah, so see you guys in a few hours. Ciao, ciao. Don't overtrade and be careful. Bye bye.